Evening, people. My name's darksmoka. I'd like to welcome you to the NGR versus MRC team versus team. This is the GR3 Pro League. Tonight we are sponsored by DAE, which is David Appleby Engineering. Those guys have offered 2 tickets to the British GT race. Cheers to them. Tonight we have got round 6 from Fuji International Speedway. It is an enduro race and it will be 50 minutes. Pit stops and tyre wear, fuel consumption will be on. We've got 15 minutes qualifying and then we drop into the 50-minute race. So I don't know if everybody's in the lobby yet. Let's have a look who we're missing. There's a new driver tonight, NGR Dawson. He's turned up this week. Let's see who else we've got. So E30's not in the lobby yet. Jambu's here, L Game. No Timmy yet either. Street Boy's here. Yeah, Dangly Ball. Cashman, I wonder if we see Cashman, he didn't come last week either. APA3, no APA3. Potter McPot and Hyperio, they're both here. So we'll just flick to a bit of quali. Let's stick some gubbins on for you guys. Not that the cameras will work. We've been having issues with those the whole season. Oh, wrong one. Not exit that. That's what I wanted. So we'll drop to the top man, MRC Bobby. Oh, just catch him going on the grass there. First man out on track. We'll just keep our eye on lap times as these guys start putting in the hot laps. Got to do a bit of an apology to MRC Bobby. I think I upset him in the group chat earlier this week. Apologies, Bob. Nothing meant by it, mate. Just a bit of bants. So ADX, oh, he's changed his name. It was NGR Dawson, it's ADX Dawson. So he's the new driver tonight. So welcome him along. I believe he is a NXT GEN racer. I don't think anybody's actually put in a hot lap yet. Potter's not. These are all pit out laps by the look of it. Yeah, so nobody put in a hot time yet. So again, the cameras are allowing me to shift during quali, but not. Well, we'll see. I don't think they'll allow us to change during the race. Which is the issue, like I say, we've been having all season. Bit of a pain in the arse, but nothing we can do about it. I've done some Googling. I've tried a keyboard. Keyboard didn't work. It might be because I've got one of the first PS4s that came out, because I'm proper old school bruv. I don't know, but anyone got any ideas, give us a shout. If you know how to get these camera angles changing, yeah, please let us know. So I think we have got some fast laps then. So Lowy holding a 1:38.7 at the minute. Yes, Dangly Ball, there does seem to be a little bit of lags. So yes, Lowy holding a 1:38.7. Purcell holding a 1:38.8. Keeping him in second. Hyperio at the minute, 1:38.8 also. NGR Janbu with a 1:39.7. Potter McPot with a 1:40.7. MRC Bobby with a 152. ADX Dawson, let's put a hot lap in. Dangling Ball also not put a hot lap in, and L-Gage still in the pits. Let's flick up to Potter McPotts, now holding a 138.1. Look at the back of Potter's car there, you'll see the DAE logo of David Appleby Engineering. The guys are sponsoring this season. There will be links in the description to DAE, to the NXT GEN Racing Facebook page, and the MRC Facebook page as well, Mature Racing Club. There'll be links in the description at the end of the stream. Go check them out, give the guys a shout, say hello. Definitely go and have a look at David Appleby Engineering. Yeah, we've got some proper lag tonight, that's not cricket. It's looking better from Purcell's point of view, but it doesn't sound any better. So at the minute, Purcell sitting just behind Potter with a 138.2. MRC Bobby with a 138.2 also. Hyperion with 138.3. Lowy with a 139. Jambu with a 139 also. ADX Dawson still yet to put a hot lap in. Let's watch him coming across the line. See what time he's got on his first hot lap. 140.3. So again, Dangly Ball, APA3 and Cashman not put laps in yet. Nice to see Cashman back. So yeah, big DAE logo on the back of his car there, and the NXT GEN Racing logo as well. So you'll see the MRC and the NXT GEN logos all over the cars. Guys have been pretty free to livery up their cars, bar the DAE logos, the Pro logo, which funnily enough I can't see on that one. So the DAE, the NGR or MRC, depending which team you're racing for, and Pro or Pro-Am. So they're the only decals that are compulsory in this championship. Seems to be a bit of apologising going on. I don't know whether the lag's causing some issues. APA3's back in the room as well. Okay, good. It looks like we're going to have quite a few people in if everyone turns up. Always better to have full lobbies. Always makes for better racing. Switch to a bit of cinematic. So I'll just run through the standings up till now. This is up till round 5. So Potter holding first position in the championship with 210 points. Louis 78 with 109 points. L-Game with 106 points. NGR Jambu with 104 points. Hyperio with 96. NGRE 30 with 93. MRC Dangly Ball with 92, 7th, 8th Purcell 288 with 87. Sorry, I think Dangly Ball's 92, Purcell 87. Chewy D in 9th with 82, NGR Cashman with 59 in 10th. Timmy 1987 in 11th with 51. We have got a little bit of discrepancy here, so GT Bocker and MRC Bobby are actually the same person. Changed his gamer tag just at the start of the season, which threw a bit of confusion up, and obviously the points haven't been transferred over yet. So that's his scores are yet to come in. What would he be on? 67. So that would put him up the table a little bit. Street Boy in 13th with 43, APA3 with 31 points in 14th, and as I say, MRC Bobby his points along with GT Bockers will be combined, being as it's one of the same person. So this is something you will see tonight. The guys go around the track, burn a bit of fuel, get the cars a bit lighter. So Potter's used nearly half a tank there, get the car a bit lighter, just fresh set of rubber on, and try and get the laps even quicker. So ADX Dawson, the new driver tonight, has put a 1:37.8 in. Good bit of driving from him. Be interesting to see how he does in the race. Pot has won an awful lot of these races. Yeah, we're still getting some complaints of lag. So we'll just slowly flick through the pack. It's only 15 minutes of qualifying, so we've got a couple of minutes left before places are decided. Okay, so we've got L-Game put a time in now, 1:38.2. MRC Bobby 1:38.2 as well. Louis 1:38.4. Jambu, who's his fourth, 1:38.8. Who else didn't put a lap in? Cashman and Dangling Ball, wasn't it? 1:39.7 for Cashman, 1:39.9 for Dangling Ball. APA3 on a 1:40.2. Does sound good, that Nissan. Street Boy dropped himself in the pits. Oh, he's just come back into the lobby. I thought he might be getting the tyres, but so yeah, a couple of minutes left of quali, and then we jump straight into the race. This is a 50-minute race. There will be tyre wear and fuel consumption. Tyre wear is at ×4 and fuel consumption is at ×3 in this race. So they start with maximum fuel, and they can run any tyres between the racing hards and racing softs. There's no limit on combinations they can use either, so they can pick whatever they want. They can stick on the softs all race. Does change, the conditions do change a little bit for the sprint lap races, which were last week at Suzuka, and there will be 2 more sprint races next week at Labour Majori as well. So stay tuned, give us a like, give us a subscribe, keep up to date, and keep your eye on the championship. So there's another 6 weeks after this one. It is a 12-week season. So 12 people in total in the lobby. May see one or two more. I don't see Chewy D at the minute either. No, I don't think Chewy D's in tonight. MRC Bobby put himself a 1:37.3 now, so fair. Nice bit of driving by Bob. He has been struggling with that car, but looks like he's got the hang of it down here. ADX Dawson, as I say, new driver tonight, not doing bad. Stat himself in 3rd at the minute. Purcell has just pushed him out from 2nd. So 30 seconds left till the end of quali, and then we jump into the race. So yeah, a lot of the guys are just pulling over now. Some guys still trying to get those hot laps in. Pot looks like he's just come out of the pits. Or pulled over to let Jambu through, one of the two. gas, that's not going to help his lap times. So it looks like the boys are playing about a bit. Yeah, final will begin in now. And again, I forgot to take a photo of the standings, so we're going to have to read them off the grid. So Bobby in first, I believe that's Purcell in second, ADX Dawson in third, Hyperio in fourth, Potter in fifth, Louis in sixth, Jambu in seventh, L-Game in eighth. L-Game in eighth, Cashman in ninth, APA3 in 10th, Chewy D has turned up, sitting in 11th, and Dangly Ball in 12th, Streetboy 02 in 13th, and they're off. APA3's just piled into the wall. Excuse the camera angles, nothing I can do about it, folks. So MRC Bobby's kept his lead into the first corner, see if the guys can keep it respectful. Oh, that's why it's not working, because I'm on the wrong bloody bloke. So chaos on the first corner. Apologies, people, I missed all that. Purcell going for a dive down the inside, not quite making it stick. ADX Dawson with a little bit of nudge on Purcell there. Seemed to do more damage to... okay, we're going for a restart. Obviously a bit of chaos on the first corner, people not happy. So we've got to leave this lobby and rejoin it. And we'll jump straight into the race. Yeah, a few complaints from guys. That gives me a chance to get the cameras right this time, doesn't it? Instead of looking at the man at the back and missing it all. Yeah, people have to remember the race can't be won on the first corner. I know it's nice to, you know, try and squeeze a few places, but as you see, it can cause chaos. Damn, that's loud. It's deafening me. Let's change that mute. Can't hear anything. Yeah, so just remind the guys, keep it a bit clean. This is a 50-minute race. It's not 5-lapper like the dailies. A fair bit of time to get it done. So just wait for the guys to rejoin back. I don't think they're all in the lobby yet. 12. Yeah, they're all in the lobby. D's not happy. Oh no, hold on. Sorry, just reading the chat down the side there. Thought there was slight confusion with the grid order after the restart. Well, while we're waiting, we'll go and look at a couple of guys on track. Grabbing a penalty, but it's no issue. It's not the race yet, so that'll clear itself. Come on, Potter McPot, start the race. It was bad enough last week, you gave me 10 minutes in between the two sprint races I had to waffle on. At least I've got a race to talk about. This I've got not a lot at the moment. Rightio, so restart on the race. See if the guys can keep it clean this time. And let me pick the right player to focus on. So yeah, we're on MRC Bobby. Again, camera angles not working. No. So yeah, Bobby's kept his lead again in the first corner, off the grid. See if the guys can keep it clean into the first one. Looks a lot better this time. So yeah, Potter McPot's made a place past ADX Dawson. Purcell losing out off the line as well, 3 places, back into 5th now. MRC Bobby's got a good old lead on him though, over a second. So Hyperio being chased closely by Potter McPot as well. And ADX Dawson right on the back of him. So ADX looks like, Dawson looks like he's a pretty good driver. Got good lap times in the quali. He's made himself a gap to Purcell, although Purcell looks like he might have got it wrong. Jambu's coming up the side of him now. Purcell's kept the place. NGR Cashman into 7th. Hellgame in 8th. Louis in 9th. Chewy D right on him. Oh, Chewy D down the inside. Now he's being pressured by MRC Dangly Ball. Street Boy 3 seconds back from Dangly Ball. APA 3 picking up the rear. Flick through to the front. MRC Bobby's been hounded by Hyperio now, so we did have a second gap. Hyperio's caught up with him. Dropped off Potter and ADX Dawson. Potter losing a place to Dawson now. Do believe he's got the racing line into the. Oh no. Goes out, breaks himself, giving Potter the place back. So Jambu now past Purcell as well. Cashman closing in on him. Hellgame seems to have broken free, or a little bit of contact there between Jambu and Purcell. Purcell's put himself back into 8th after that bit of contact. Jambu managing to keep the place. Fair play. Cashman's getting himself a penalty. Might pick up another one after that little incident. Hellgame right on the back of him. Excuse me, people just pouring a drink. Chudi's got past MRC Dangly Ball. Getting some glitch in here. So Street Boy's losing more time to Dangly Ball. APA 3 also. Louis had a massive moment, put himself to the back of the pack. Jumps up to the front, so MRC Bobby still managing to keep that position. Hyperio still chasing him down. Can he get it done in the slipstream? ADX Dawson has also caught this little group up. Dropped Potter off. So Hyperio down the inside. Can he keep the place? Side by side. MRC Bobby looks like he's managed to keep it. Good bit of driving from him there. I know Hyperio's a fast guy. I'm not saying Bobby's not, but I know Hyperio is. And as Hyperio goes down the inside again, now around the outside. This little battle has allowed Dawson to catch up. Sitting right at the back of him now. Hyperio's just got past him, but Bobby's looking back at him. I think Dawson's just gone a little bit wide. Yeah, caused a bit of chaos. Potter McPot diving down. So Potter McPot up into second through that little mistake from Dawson and Hyperio. Bobby's managed to gain himself a gap now. Nearly 2 seconds. See if Potter McPot can do anything with that. He's got Hyperio pretty close to him though. Dawson's lost the place to Jambu now as well after that moment. So it's all looking pretty clean at the minute. A few little nudges and taps here and there. Jambu now looks like he's might lose this position down the start-finish straight. He's gone down the inside. He's taken the defensive line, but ADX Dawson has just cleared him up down there. Jambu looks like he might have had a dive down the inside. No, he's had second thoughts. So Hyperio closing the gap back onto Potter. Potter's not making a lot of headway into MRC Bobby's lead at the minute. It's just under 2 seconds. It's just over 2 seconds at the minute. So Dawson now back behind Jambu on start finish straight. Can he make that gap back up to Hyperio? He just drags himself a little bit wide there. See if he picks up a penalty for that. Not looking like it. He's lucky. Around the back, so Chewy D's made a few places up. He's not far behind NGR Jambu now. Purcell was in second at the beginning of this race. Lost 3 places on the first corner. Now he's got himself back down into 7th. So he's not having a good start to this race. Game holding 8th. Dangly balls right on him though, half a second back. Oh, we just catch Game losing the back end a little bit. Oh, unfortunate for Game. Let's hope he comes back onto the track clean and doesn't take anyone else out. So Louis and Cashman taking advantage of that. And Street Boy. So unfortunate for Game. Right, orange Mercedes ripping by. So Game down into 12th now after that incident. APA 3 in the Nissan. Looks a bit loose. Obviously Bobby's managed to extend his gap now. And Hyperio's got past Potter, although Potter's not looking like he's having that. ADX Dawson's caught him back up. We've got Jambu, they've lost him a little bit, dropped a bit of time to these guys. Chewy D closing him in. So let's see if Chewy D can make anything of this. Usually a very clean, consistent driver. Up there with Hyperio, Bobby and Potter. Purcell's managed to gain a place then after Game spin. Chewy D, MRC Dangly Balls, Street Boy, Cashman and Louis all managed to gain a place. Game got it a bit too squiffy coming out of the last corner. So MRC Bobby extending his lead a bit more, 2.7 now, 2.8. So ADX Dawson now past Potter McPot, pushing him back to 4th. And closing in on Hyperio as well. So Potter McPot losing 2 places that last lap. one to Hyperion, one to Dawson. He's not letting it go though. Come around the little kink of Dunlop. Lost a little bit of time, MRC Bobby. Imperio's still got ADX Dawson chasing him, closing him down the start-finish straight. It's looking like he might go for the move. He's got him. Imperio's gone for the dive. Oh, he's outbraked himself, run himself off track. Unfortunate for Imperio there. And ADX Dawson doing the same. So both putting themselves way back. So Hyperion down to 7th, ADX Dawson down to 5th. Unfortunate for the pair of them. This does happen while you're battling though. So due to that, MRC Bobby now with a nearly 4.5 second gap. We'll just catch him drifting that Lamborghini. So Pot and Jambu taking full advantage of that. Purcell's not far behind Jambu either, so he's claimed a few more places. Was in 7th, managed to get up to 4th. Did start 2nd on the grid, so must be consistent with the old lap times. As long as he can keep that up, he'll keep himself in the race. So yeah, ADX Dawson down to 5th now. Was battling for 2nd. Fuji just behind him as well. That's not someone I'd like to see in my rearview mirror, I know that. Hyperion trying to close that gap. He also was in the battle for 2nd. Both himself and ADX Dawson outbraked themselves on the first corner and put them in the positions they're in now. So Hyperion under a lot of pressure from Dangly Ball as well. Go to the outside. I don't think he's going to do it. No. Can he get the cut back? No, it's not looking like it. So head into the Coca-Cola corner. Let's just flick through, see if we can catch any action. Pack looks quite spread out. Is a little bit of a battle. Louis on the back of L Game. I think L Game's working his way back through the pack after his spin. APA 3 unfortunately still bringing up the rear. It's a long race, you never know what's going to happen. So Bobby's lost a bit of his lead now. About 1.5 seconds he's lost. Potts slowly pulling him in. Jambu's not letting him go either. Purcell's only 1 second and a bit back as well. So Dawson's managed to drop Chewy D a little bit. There's a very similar gap to himself and Hyperion. As I say, the races do seem to spread out the longer they are. Oh, Louis was looking like he was going to go for a dive then. You never know, he might get it done into the Coca-Cola corner. Again, backed out. Got to be fully committed if you're going to overtake around there, I'll tell you that. He's not letting him walk away with it. Is he going to get him? No. Whoa. He had a damn good look then. So just flick through to this front battle. So Bobby again losing a bit of time to Potter. Lost another second and a bit now. Potter closing him in. So all the lads will be thinking about tyres soon. Just keep your eye on the tyre wear. Here we go, so 88 Dawson, first one in. Car, that one. So go back on the racing softs. I assume everyone's going to do that. We'll just flick through the pack and have a look at tyres, just see what people are running. Racing softs for most people, I'd have thought. APA3's gone for the mediums, okay. So his strategy might pay out. Also Cashman on the mediums. He's been in the pits, so yeah, he's just come in, so he was on the soft, went back out on the mediums. Full tank. Wouldn't have thought you won't get to the end of the race on that, but it'll push him a long way. So we'll just keep our eye on Bobby, who's lost more time to Potter. So Jambu and Perzel are still real close. Sorry, Perzel's just got in the pits. Apologies, I thought that was in behind him. Puts Chewy D up. Hyperio and Dangly Ball also up. But the places will all swap round and rejig themselves when the rest of the guys come into the pits. So I just want to keep my eye on this battle at the front here. Because Potter was closing Bobby down quite quick. And still doing so. Less than a second now for MRC Bobby. He'll be thinking about dropping in the pits, I'd have thought, anytime soon. So will Potter think about getting the move done before they pit? Couple of corners now, so we'll see if either of them dive in. Oh, we just catch Bobby going a little bit wide there. Obviously the tyre wear's just enough for him to lose it a little bit. That sticks Potter into first, and he's got a 2.2 second lead over Jambu. Bobby's managed to drop into third after that little spin. It looks like he's staying out, so Jambu's dived into the pits. Bobby now actually only losing one place. I bet he's struggling with those tyres, they do look quite worn out. So 3 second gap now for Potter to MRC Bobby. Chewy D nearly 6 seconds back from them. Hyperio's lost a little bit more time to Chewy D. So all the guys now moving up the places due to pit stops, but as I say, they will rejig themselves when the rest of the guys come in. So ADX Dawson went into the pits in 5th. He came out in about 8th, so he's managed to make a couple of places through other people's still diving in. So yeah, Persil and Jambu, these guys have been quite tight most of the race. So APA 3 on the medium tyres up into 10th at the minute. I wouldn't have thought it's going to be that long before he's in. So Street Boy's been in, Cashman's been in, L Game's been in. Right. Let's drop back to the front. Potter with a 3.3 second lead. Bobby's dived into the pits then. Yeah, it's front left on that, both left really. Devoed. So that puts Chewy D into second. Hyperio's taking him down the inside though. That's looking like a good move. But Hyperio obviously had been eyeing that up for a while. So now, can either of them close that? Now 11-second gap to Potter McPot. Neither of these guys haven't gone in the pits. Potter either. They will come out in very similar positions, very similar times. So Dangly Bull also not pitted yet. ADX Dawson came in a couple of laps ago. Just watch him getting a bit wide coming out of there. And Louis as well. Louis also not pitted. So Jambu Persil still pretty close, closing down on Louis. So MRC Bobby now, after being in the pits, drops himself out into 9th. So he will gain a few places. Like I say, these the guys in front of him. Louis not been in. Dangly Ball, Chewy D, Hyperion, Potter haven't been in, so he may gain 1 or 2 places when they drop in. So Potter extending his gap now, 12.2. The difference between Potter and Hyperio's tyre wear is massive, and fuel usage also. Oh, we just catch Chewy D spinning out, leaves it a place to Dangly Ball and ADX Dawson. Again, he's got a fair bit of fuel, but his tyres are pretty wrecked. So Jambu now past Louis. Persil looking to take him as well. Again, Louis still got a pit, so completely different fight for these guys. Potter still with just about a 12-second gap. Maybe a lap or 2 of fuel left in his tank. Imperio, very similar fuel. Tyre wear is massively different though. Same car, just different driving styles. So ADX Dawson up into 3rd. Managed to get past MRC Dangly Ball, who's still yet to pit. So Chewy D managing to lose 2 places. He's still in the fight. So Persil now past Louis. Louis still staying out, fair play to him. So Hyperio in the pits now. Bobby's down in 8th, but he'll gain a place or 2. So Jambu and Purz having a moment there, pushing Louis up into 5th. Unfortunately, I missed that. Can't keep up with everybody on the track, unfortunately. Could do with like 3 more screens. So Potter now with a 20-second gap over ADX Dawson. So he's looking pretty critical on fuel now. Comes around Panasonic corner. Let's see if he dives in this time. It's not looking like it. No, he thinks he can get another lap out of those tyres and that fuel. So ADX Dawson on the fresher tyres. He has closed that gap a little. I don't think he'll be able to do anything about the pit stop. I don't think he'll be able to do the undercut on Potter in that respect. As you see, his front left's pretty battered already. So Dangly board in the pits. Chewy D's up into 3rd. Did have a little moment down into 5th. Interesting to see where Hyperio comes out in relation to these guys when they pit as well. He's already been in, down into 7th. So MRC Bobby back up into 4th after his pits. So Jambu and Purzel still battling out. So Hyperio's just come out of the pits. Street Boy's having a race all on his own. Dangly Ball's just come in. So being pressed by Louis. Louis also just been in the pits. Game came in a few laps ago. So APA3's also pitted as well now, and Cashman. So I think this is where the battle's going to be. These guys both on medium tyres. Nothing to lose sitting in the back. May as well give it a good old battle. Right, let's see where Potter McPot. Right, so he's dived into the pits. Let's see where he comes out in relation to the other guys. ADX Dawson passed. It's a bit confusing. The places change and then don't change when he comes out the pits. He's back in front. I do hear drivers going past, so he is losing places. But he'll be on the lap pressure rubber. Full tank of gas. Looking like going to the end. So he's back to the plate then. With Chewy D still to pit. So Chewy D still got to pit. ADX Dawson looks like he's going to have to go in again. Possibly. He's got 22 minutes left. Bobby's not long been in. Might be able to squeeze the rest of this race out. Jambu's got a fair bit of tyre wear. Doubt he'll make it to the end. Possibly not on that amount of fuel either. And he's got to lose himself a 2.9 second penalty. So Potter's managed to break up the ongoing battle that was Jambu and Purzel. Came out the pits in between them. I'm sure Purzel won't be impressed with that. So Hyperio had a massive moment earlier with ADX Dawson. Put himself right back. Did put himself into 7th or 8th, and ADX Dawson put himself from 3rd into 5th. So it was a nightmare for the pair of them, all in the first corner. Yeah, so no Timmy 1987 this week. It's one of the missing drivers. just have a flick through, see if yeah, so Potter, L-Game, Dangling Ball, Cashman's in, APA3, Hyperio. Who else have we got? Jambu's in, as I say, Timmy's not here. Ah yeah, NGRE 30, he's not in this week. Purcell's here, Louis here, Streetboy's here. Chewy D's here, Dawson also a new driver, and MRC Bobby also a new driver. So this is the NGR versus MRC team versus team series. It's the GR3 Pro League, sponsored by DAE, that's David Appleby Engineering. Those guys are sponsored this season by donating 2 tickets to the British GT race down at Brands Hatch with garage access. So a big shout to them for that. Gives the guys something to aim for. So APA3 and Cashman still holding station at the back. So ADX Dawson now with a 17-second gap at the front. Does look like he may have to pit again though. He will certainly have to pit again, looking at that fuel. He's taking it out of its tyres as well. So Jambo into second, being hounded by MRC Bobby. Both holding small penalties though. But MRC Bobby looks like he wants that place. Got Potter closing in on the pair of them. So he's managed to get past Purcell. Oh no, he's not. He was split up. He was splitting the pair anyway, wasn't he? So Jambu's managed to get past MRC Bobby then. Bobby's not happy. He wants that place back. Potter is closing that gap. There has been chatter all week about people wanting to swap cars and bits and bobs. The decision was made to not let that happen. I think that was the best choice, really. Suddenly swap cars halfway through the season. Out of nowhere became a genius. You can drive like Lewis Hamilton all of a sudden because you've changed your car. Doesn't make it fair, really, I don't think. You wouldn't see any other drivers in F1 or something swapping cars or manufacturers throughout a season, so why do it here? Yeah, Potter and Potts really closed that gap down. He's taken a second out of MRC Bobby. Looks like Bobby is hurting those tyres though. Yeah. Yeah, Bobby's losing time to Jambu as well, so. Battle between these pair. Oh, we just catch Bobby getting a little bit of oversteer there and losing it on the Dunlop corner. So drop back into 5th now. Potts pulled over, let him back through. It was a small bit of contact. We do like these guys to race fair. That's brought Hyperio back in the mix though. So yeah, one of the rules for the MRC guys especially is if you have contact and cause someone to go off the track due to that contact, it's courteous for you to pull over and let them take the place back, whether that ruins your race or not. It's courteous, it promotes clean racing, and that's what we want. So Potter now going for the dive down the inside. Hyperio, I thought he might have made a move down there as well. No, Potter taking the place off Bobby. See if we can keep it. Bobby's right on him. So Hyperio taking a wide line into that corner. Is he looking for a dive? No, not this time. Well, that little battle has let Potter walk away with that a little bit. Almost a second gap now. So yes, ADX Dawson has obviously had to pit again. That's put Jambo up into first place. So ADX Dawson is into 5th. Yeah, he's been into the pits again. But he's right in this battle now. Keeping Hyperio, he's taking Hyperio down the inside. It's a good bit of driving. Keep it on track, Dawson. So Potter McPotts managed to pull out a 1.7 second gap to these guys after their bit of battling down there. Looking to close the gap on Jambu. 8.5 seconds on the road. Let's see what he can do with that gap. So I think this is going to be a good old fight between these three. So Dawson looking down the outside. Not quite got enough pace for it down there. Just dragging himself a teeny bit wide. That looked pretty clean. I didn't see any major contact. A bit of paint removal maybe. So Bobby making his car as wide as possible for Hyperio. He's managed to take the place though. Both of them going a little bit wide. Bobby drifting his car around there. But that's giving ADX Dawson a look in. Safe from behind. It's 14-second gap to the MRC Dangly Ball, but Dangly Ball is being pressured by Louis. Absolutely. It's never good to have someone that close in your mirrors. It always puts you off. It puts me off anyway. So can Louis keep in touch with him until the start-finish straight and get him on the toe down there. The gap's coming down. Chewy D's on the back of these two as well though. So yeah, Potter's up into first then. Jambo's dived in the pits. Out in front of this pack. Louis down the inside of Dangly Ball and Chewy D down the inside of Dangly Ball. So Dangly Ball leaving the door wide open there. Losing 2 places. Jump back up to the front. Potter now with nearly a 3-second gap. Hyperio up into 2nd. ADX Dawson 3rd. MRC Bobby into 4th. Dawson has got a fresh set of rubber on. Whereas as you can see there, MRC Bobby hasn't. Dawson just going wide on that one again. Put him off track action. That looks like there was a bit of contact between him and Bob. So again, there you go, Bob's slowed down to let him on. That's what we're talking about, a bit of respect between the drivers. It becomes a bit annoying if someone just ploughs into you and drives off. Kind of makes you want to quit the race really, but having this kind of system where the guys wait for you is makes it a lot more respectful. So Potter keeping his almost 3-second gap. I'm sure Hyperion won't make it easy for him though. Though his tyres would say otherwise. We'll just flick back to Potter. There's hardly any tyre wear on Potter's. He did well to eke out his fuel and tyres, Potter McPot. I think he almost did a lap, maybe 2 laps more than everyone else. Possibly doing some massive fuel saving somewhere around the laps, using the slipstreams, etc. So Hyperion got an 8-second gap to Dawson. Looks like Bobby's losing a bit more time to Dawson also. Jambu's down into 5th after his last pit stop, but he has managed to keep in front of these guys, obviously with the fresher rubber. He's got the better grip. So Chewy D down the inside of Louis now. Both of them gaining time on Dangly Ball. Louis came in 2nd in one of the races last week. Good race. Bobby down into 5th now. So Jambu managed to get past him. Chewy D and Louis looking down the inside as well. So MRC Bobby losing a couple of places there. Tyre wear on that Lamborghini is not looking good at all. Dangly Ball looks like he might be able to have a look on the back end of Bobby, possibly not down here. Bobby's looking to get that place back though. He's got the position. Can he hold it? Are his tyres good enough to stop him? Just about, but Louis going back down the inside. He's got the drive out the corner. Side by side into the Coca-Cola corner. Keep it clean, boys. Slight bit of contact. Bobby's managed to keep the place, I think. Just. Dangly Ball's right on the back of these lot now. Oh, as Louis just gets a nudge, I think he goes wide. I'm not sure if that was a nudge or whether he just got a wheel on the grass. Unfortunate for him. Down into 8th. It'd be interesting to look back on one of the replays from the guys' perspectives. See if there was any contact. If it was, it wouldn't be intentional. MRC Dangly Ball's a clean driver. So unfortunate for Louis, now 6 seconds back from these pair. Was having a good little race with him. So Purcell down in 9th, L-Game in 10th, Street Boy 11th, APA 3 in 12th, and Cashman at the back. 10-second gap between him and APA 3. So I will just flick through the pack and have a look at lap time. So ADX Dawson currently holding the fastest with a 1:37.1. Potter with a 1:38.5 is his fastest. Might not be able to see them if it's on pre-lap 17. So yeah, Potter McPot on a 1:38.5. Yeah, no lap time on Hyperion's. On there it is a 1:38. He's got 1:38.1 as well. Fair play to him. He's got 1:37.9 there as well, 1:37.8 as well. Okay. So ADX Dawson, he's got 1:35.5. How's he got that? He must have had a penalty on that lap, because that 1:35.5 would have been the fastest lap. So Jambu 1:38.5. He's not long been in for fresh tyres. 1:38.6 for Chewy D. 1:39.5 for Dangly Ball. 1:38.9 for Louis. Purcell's got a 1:38.1. MRC Bobby, his fastest lap's not up there. On there it is a 1:39.4. L-Game currently with a 1:38.5 fastest lap. Street Boy not up there. 1:39.8. Yeah, that's the fastest time up there. APA3 1:39.9. Cashman's fastest lap not up there. 1:39, 1:36.5. Again, that must have been a penalty or a shortcut or something. 1:39.7 though. So just run back up to the front. Bottom pot, 5.5 second lead now to ADX Dawson. So tyre wear very similar on these cars. It does look like ADX Dawson's closing the gap a little bit. So only 5 minutes left of this race. Jambu sitting in third, still holding a 1.9 second penalty, but he should be able to lose that without any pressure. Chewy up into fourth, Hyperio right on him in fifth. Dangly Ball in sixth, Louis seventh, Purzel in eighth, MRC Bobby in ninth, L Game in 10th, Street Boy in 11th, APA 3 in 12th, and NGR Cashman in 13th. So where did I want to look? Dangly Ball, was it? Just wanted to see if Louis could close the gap a little. Looking like he's doing so. Slowly. So yeah, Potter McPot losing some more time to Dawson. See if Dawson can close that gap before the end of the race. 3 second gap. 3 minutes 30 left on the clock. So that is just 2 laps. It will be 3 laps because it's by time, not laps. So it might just be 2 laps after this one. Down to under 3 seconds now between Potter McPot and Dawson. They got a big old gap back to Jambu there, 15 seconds. 2.5 now between Dawson and Potter. So it looks like the Aston's got some real good top end speed. Closing the gap down to Potter down the straight. Yeah, just over 2 seconds now. Just want to nip through the pack, make sure I'm not missing any action. Louis pretty close. Don't think there's any. Cashman looks like he's closing the gap on APA 3. Before the end of the race, that's the question. So yeah, not a lot going on. Hyperio chasing down Jambu. Just don't want to miss this gap. So still holding it 2 and a bit seconds between Potter and Dawson. This little battle as well. So Hyperio right on the back of Jambu now. Again, this looks like it might be a start-finish straight manoeuvre. Dawson's closed that gap a tiny little bit more. Looks like he does have the top end speed down the start-finish straight over the Mercedes. that gap to under 2 seconds now. So this looks like its last lap. Can ADX Dawson do it on his debut in this season? 1.8. Again, also Hyperio looking to go down the inside on the first corner, not quite making it stick. Real close between these pair now on the last lap. Again, that gap's come down a little bit to 1.7. Can Potter keep the hold of the lead till the end? So Hyperio's past Jambu now, up into third. So putting the pressure on him enough to take the place. Chewy D in 5th, MRC Dangly Ball in 6th, Louis 7th, Purzel 8th, L Game 9th, Street Boy 10th, APA 3 in 11th, Cashman in 13th, poor old Bobby back in 13th. Having a nightmare with the Lamborghini. So APA 3, Cashman and Bobby will have finished the race now because we've gone past the 50-minute limit. These guys have all got another lap to put on there. Oh no, that's it. So Potterman Pot takes that one. I thought they crossed the start finish straight. So Potterman Pot in first, Dawson in his debut in second. Good drive, Dawson. Jambu in third, Hyperio in fourth, Chewy D 5th, MRC Dangly Ball in 6th. 7th, Purzel in 8th, L Game in 9th, Street Boy in 10th, APA 3 is already finished in 11th, Cashman also already finished in 12th, and MRC Bobby in 13th, with absolutely no rear tyres. Flipping it, Bobby, what have you been doing? So good race, everyone. Round 6 from the NGR versus MRC team versus team season 14. This is round 6 from Fuji Speedway. So good win there by Potter and Pot. A real good drive from ADX Dawson. As I say, it's his first night tonight. He's turned up, he's taken second place. So fair play to him. Real good racing from Hyperio, Chewy D, Bobby up until his tyres gave out on him. He had a real good race. Purzel and Jambu had a good little battle as well. So yeah, good race that one. This is round 6, as I say, from Fuji. Next week we will be at Lago Maggiore. That's a sprint race, so there's 2 races next week. We've got first race of 10 laps and a second race of 18 laps. The 10 lap race consists of a full tank of fuel, no pit stops, and they can use any tyres between racing softs and racing hards. And the second race of next week is an 18 lap race where they start with half a tank of fuel, but they must use 2 compounds of tyres, so 2 different compounds. So again, this series has been sponsored by David Appleby Engineering. There will be a link in the description below, not quite yet because I've not finished streaming. There will be links to MRC, that's the Mature Racing Club Facebook page, and there will also be a link to the NGR, that's Next Gen Racing Facebook page as well. So if you like what you're seeing, give us a like, give us a subscribe to keep up to date with the rest of the season. As I say, we are back. This is only round 6 of a 12 round season, so another 6 to go. We've got Lago Maggiore next week, that's a sprint race. Dragon Trail, which is round 8, that is also a sprint race. The BB Infield is round 9, also a sprint race. Round 10, I'll be looking forward to this one. It's Nürburgring 24 hour. That's an endurance, that's 50 minutes. around the Berg. So if it's the 24-hour course, it's the Nordschleife and the GP track together. Round 11 is at Catalonia, that's a sprint race, and round 12, the final, is Circuit de la Sarthe, and that's an enduro. So the enduros are what we've just watched tonight. That's 50 minutes, full tank of gas, and they have to pit, but they can use any combination of tyres for the enduros. So that's about it, I think, people. If you like what you're watching, like I say, give us a like, give us a subscribe, keep up to date. Links in description below. I'll see you all next week. My name's darksmoka. I'm out. See you later.